This is kicking us off.
Okay, I was stalling one more second.
Stall.
Is it Chandra or Chandra? No, I haven't seen that. I'll have to go. I can't wait to hear it.
We didn't know Heidi and Orville were going live, or we totally would have bumped
Of course, right.
just a little bit, but yeah, we didn't know.
They are very important, and that's been so fun.
Yes.
All right, so what time did they go on? Or how long have they been on?
I think 7:30. It was pretty random, like just right around
We've been on for
7:30.
22 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, well, all of the good, big, exciting releases and announcements and end of month stuff is going to come in the recording version, because the recorded version, because Dan and Lacey already recorded it. So
Right. They've already released it. So they already played it at like,
perfect.
nope. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they did, because I got several messages that they've already posted it.
All right, perfect. So then we just didn't know Heidi and Orville were going.
I know. So awesome.
Well, we're excited that you guys are with us tonight. So thank you for getting on. We have a question to start with tonight, and then I will introduce our phenomenal speaker tonight, who I'm so excited about. But their question for tonight is, where do you turn when you need a dose of inspiration? What refills your inspiration cup as a leader, as a human, personally and in your business? So who wants to start? I'll go last.
Okay, well, I'll kick it off. I did not think about this question at all, even though you told me earlier what it was going to be. I was so busy, I didn't have time to think and process. So I would tell you my motivation and inspiration when I get in a funk, it's got to be my core group of people that I am with on a daily basis that keeps me aligned where I need to be. And again, these people in our little circle of people are not in my group. This is what I want to just keep reiterating, that this is not upline, downline, sideline. This is meeting people from going to Scentsy events, right? And the only way that can happen is you showing up. I would say it comes from them. And what was the second part, Melissa? Well, you're unmuted, but you're muted, but I'm going to try to read your lips and see what it is. Let's see.
That would be a fun game. No, where do you turn when you need a dose of inspiration? What refills your inspiration cup?
Yeah, so I would say my core group, and also books, audio stuff. Every morning when I'm showering, getting ready, my phone is actually in the shower, listening the whole time I'm getting ready to some sort of audible, or I'm, talking with someone with no video on, of course. Okay, who wants to go next?
I would probably say very, very similar. Sorry, John, it's you want to go? Okay. You always you have to find those people that inspire you, that motivate you, that aren't like the energy suckers. They're the ones that feed into you, right? Because that is very real and valid, that people can just suck things out of you. So when you find a group of people or individuals that can fill your cup, that aren't energy suckers, that's typically where I go. I'm very blessed that I have a lot of them, most of them superstar directors that they've been around, they've been through the hard stuff, they've been through the trenches, they've done the hard things, so they know what we do as leaders. And so you just got to find those people that speak to you in that way. The other thing I would say is maybe it's me, my generation. I'm not super great with Audible. I fall asleep when I read a book. And so, or my ADD gets too crazy. So honestly, I try and find motivational hashtags and things like that. And I kind of just find new things, because I kind of feel like if I'm needing it, then maybe others are too. And whether it's sharing to stories or to Facebook groups or things like that, right? It helps also others as well, not just myself. So.
Do y'all mind if I jump in here before it gets dark and you can't see me? So I'm going to say basically everything that everyone else said. I definitely turn to my people to lift me up, but I also love a good motivational YouTube video. Steve Harvey is definitely one I would go to, and Audible books. I also love motivational quotes. I got a distraction behind me, but whenever you're feeling a little bit empty, you got to figure out what it is that's going to give you the boost that you need. So what doesn't work for you, find what's genuine.
I think somebody said Jen. Yes. So many good, like, obviously the exact same thing that they all said. I mean, all of these people that I am so lucky to host this with each Thursday night, and they're also inspirational for different reasons. And that is the biggest piece. And we always talk about the 5 people you spend the most time with are the 5 people who are you. Those are the people that I can't think of the word, but and it's the same with your friends. Like, it's those people that you turn to. But I will say, if I go back, like, there is a person in Scentsy that completely, like, just fills my bucket, and it's Becca Levi. Like, Callie's mom, Becca is just one of those people that she can spell out all the facts, and I'll go to her and I'll say, I need facts, I need numbers, I need statistics, I need examples, and she's got them. She's like a brilliant encyclopedia when it comes to motivational stuff, and it's the same thing also as Audible and YouTube. I am a Audible and YouTube junkie. Like, there's a book called The Miracle Morning for Network Marketers, or just The Miracle Morning. And I literally could listen to that book a million times because it gets me so excited about wanting to get up early and do hard things early and get them over with. And just listening to each person's individual story makes me realize that I too can be a millionaire. All I have to do is do the things that they do. There's like a ghost in my house. Sorry. Jamie, do you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. So amen to what everyone else has already said. Your core group of people, those that you can turn to. I have a couple of friends that aren't in Scentsy, that just those, like, I can call them. I've known since elementary school, and I can call them and they will answer. And it's like our joke, like, we know we can call each other, not talk to each other for months. And sometimes I'm like, I just need a brain dump, like someone not associated in my town, not associated within my business. And I just kind of brain dump, and we just talk about it all. And it feels very refreshing because I don't need a resolution. I just need a brain dump. That's what I call it. Another thing that really, really fills my cup is, or refills, or whatever you want to call, when I take care of myself. I've said it before. I used to work out because I wanted to lose weight or look a certain way. I've learned through the past 10 years, it is definitely a mental thing for me to move my body in some shape, form, or fashion. I'm pretty sure the scale has done nothing but go up, but guess what? My brain is happier because I'm moving my body, especially the older I get. And so I just have learned that taking care of myself really makes the rest of my day, weeks, everything go better. And finding, like, Jen was talking about how Becca spews the numbers and knows all the amazing, well, listen, you can throw numbers at me all the day long, and it's going in and out, because that is not what inspires me. I need some of the fluff. I need the fluff. I need all of that yaya sisterhood vibes. That's me. I need all of the love, because the numbers aren't loving me. So I need someone who's going to love me, not the numbers.
I love you.
Well, okay, is it me? Well, Jill posted, she couldn't get on. So Jill posted hers in the chat thread that said, podcasts, all of us on shift. And wow, Heidi and Orville when they speak. Heidi and Orville speaking brings me back to when I joined and how excited I was. And so that is from Jill. And I'm going to say what fills I'm a very big proponent for the belief that you cannot inspire unless you're inspired. And knowing that, I can feel it to my core. If I'm not inspired, it's very difficult for me to do what I do and what I do well, whatever that is. So being able to acknowledge those moments when you are not feeling inspired, not feeling your best, being able to recognize that and do something to change it so that you don't sit in it is a really, really big deal. I have really found lately that just going to the random, whatever falls in my Instagram search feed, not necessarily people that I'm following or that are following me, but just whatever, Instagram is really smart that the more you look at certain things, the more it provides you those certain things. And so you really can control the type of messages you're seeing and receiving. And if you are, if you gravitate toward those positive quotes and those positive affirmations and, inspiring people on those platforms, that's more of what'll populate in your feed, and that's what you will be fed. And so for me, I find that if I open up Instagram, I can read some of the things that pop up naturally for me or organically based on what I've searched in the past. And that can really change or set my mindset for the day, not necessarily change it, but set it. And the other thing is, I'm going to tell you, we say all the time that it's very important to have friends in this business. It's important to have good friends in this business, because we're not all going to have bad days on the same day. And when we're having a down day, we are able to lean on those that are not having a down day. We all hit ruts. We all hit points in our business where we're like, why do we even do this anymore? Or we wake up in the morning and we're like, today I wish I could just check it all at the door and not. I couldn't hear what you said. Sorry. Because I'm not talking to you, Suri. Did you hear that? Anyway, something I said made Suri want to talk to me. So anyway, the reason I bring up this second part is because finding people in this business that inspire you is extremely important. Our guest speaker tonight, Wendy Heath-Newgass, many of you know her, many of you love her, many of you have heard from her before, or you have seen some of the things that she has shared on YouTube or in other Scentsy trainings. But for me, Wendy is one of those people that can find the silver lining in almost any situation and flip the script and change a mindset just by her being her. Now, I want to tell you, last April, so I've known Wendy for a long time, but last April was the first time I had an opportunity to spend a good amount of time with Wendy. And I remember saying before I left to go to this retreat in April, I said, one of the biggest things I'm looking forward to, but going to this retreat, is to see if Wendy Heath-Newgass actually has an off button, to see if she actually has like a no makeup down moment. Like that's what I want to see. And legitimately, she proved to me that I couldn't be more wrong, that who she is in the morning and who she is on a training call and who she is at night is consistently Wendy. And that is probably one of the coolest, you know how it's not that we, I mean, not that we prejudge, right? But we have perceptions of how we think people are or situations are or whatever. We do this in our business all the time, right? When we think somebody can't afford something that we're selling or somebody wouldn't be interested in the business, we assume that and make that judgment call for them without even knowing the truth. And for Wendy, you guys, I want you to keep in mind tonight when she brings you the love and the inspiration and that powerful mindset and motivation, I want you to know that this is who she is to her core. This is what she lives and breathes. And this is the example that she sets for all of us. And Wendy, we are so absolutely thrilled and honored to have you with our Shift family tonight. So that you know, Wendy, our Shift community is a very loyal community. As you can see, there's many of them that would choose us over Heidi and Orville. So that's saying a lot. But we are really, really excited to share you with all of them. And so, Callie, do we want to pin, because I don't know that I can we pin Wendy? And we are going to turn it over.
Deep breath. First of all, thank you, Melissa, for your kind words. As I'm looking at all of your faces, just know you guys inspire me. This group inspires me. So many of you I listen to on trainings, and I am so thankful to be a part of this. I'm actually honored, and I'm going to probably get emotional, and that's just, I cry all the time. But thank you for letting me be a part of this. Sorry, Orville and Heidi, if you guys came on the same time we did this, but I'm really, really happy to do this. This is what I live by, and I'm going to share with you a few things. I'm not really that transparent. I'm going to give you a couple things about me. So if you wonder where all this love and energy comes from every single day, there's a couple things I've gotten through in my life that has kept me positive. I am a cancer survivor. If you don't know that, I am. I had cervical cancer. I don't talk about this a lot, but for this call, I thought it was really good to be transparent. Also, my first husband, domestic violence was in that marriage. So I chose to walk away. And so every day that I'm here and I can help and I can share my heart, just know that's why I smile every day, guys. It could be a really bad situation. I'm here, I'm alive. I don't care what you say, all of this. Without coffee, I'm gonna bring it tonight. Let me take a sip of water. But I very rarely share that. I don't know, I felt it tonight. It's kind of sad when you think about it, but you know what? I'm here and I'm surviving. So tonight we're going to talk about motivation and inspiration, which is like my favorite thing to do and to share is to share my love. I always say, your greatness, my friends, is not what you have. Your greatness is what you give. And so that is my favorite quote because it means so much to me. But tonight it's about you. I am going to share with you ways to motivate yourself to stay inspired in our life today. And I'm really, really happy to share this with you. What is the difference between motivation and inspiration? Think of it this way, okay? I got to get real visual. I use my hands a lot. Motivation is when you light a fire underneath someone, right? You light a fire under them to get them moving. But inspiration is when you light the fire within them. Think about it. You're not just lighting the fire to get them to run. You are inspiring their heart and their soul and their mind and their body to get them to move. So inspiration is everything. Motivation is lighting the fire within someone else. Successful people find motivation by their energy, what they channel in their daily lives, whether it's a YouTube channel or a phone call to Melissa Gratz, or I remember when I talk about this later, 3 good things that happened to me before I go to bed. One of my things was Melissa Gratz FaceTimed me, you know, and we did a video chat. So wherever you find that inspiration, whoever it is from, try to keep it. And this is what we're going to go over tonight. If you're not feeling motivated, that's okay. Sometimes I can turn negativity around and use it 100%. Like someone tells me I can't do something, darn betcha I'm going to do it. Just like you can. You have to close your mind off to those negative energies, those negative people, and stay true to yourself. That's where the inspiration comes from. Even when you are at your lowest point of your life. The weakest part of your life, find that inspiration, I promise. Whether you can look at life as a bad thing, you can look at a party that you have as a bad thing, you could take a home party or Facebook party and say, oh my gosh, no one showed up, 2 people showed up. Or you could turn it around, those 2 people that showed up, I was able to talk to them more. I was able to talk to them about the business. So every opportunity, there is always silver lining. You just got to train your brain, do it in your mind, and reset yourself. Sometimes it takes counting a few moments. I'm going to share another thing. I can't believe that I'm getting this personal. I usually don't. My daughter struggled after my ex-husband because had such a bad temper. She got mad one time. She was 5.5 years old. She got mad and she hit the wall. Because that's what daddy did, okay? And she hit the wall and she came to me as a little girl and said, I don't want to be that way, Mom. I don't want to do that. How can you help me? So I did this very simple task, and I promise you it's going to work from you. When you have something that is making you upset, kind of like what we saw on TV the other night, take a minute, count to 10, hold your breath, because when you respond, 10 seconds later, 15 seconds later, it's going to be much better than reacting, right? This is the way we need to treat our team, our family, and our life. Take a minute, soak it in. Maybe that person had a bad day. Maybe they didn't, but blame them anyway if that's what you need to do to get past it. That is what happens. And I feel so bad sharing that about my kid, but my girl's got a really great temper now. We just had to learn to count to 10 before she actually went to hit something. I know that's terrible. That was my life. But it is about you guys now. So here is the way I have found to stay motivated and inspired every single day. I got a long list here, guys. So first thing in the morning, right? You're waking up, that alarm goes off. Don't hit snooze. Don't. You know why? Why are you doing that? Why are you starting off your day procrastinating? Gonna get up 5 minutes later. Set your darn alarm the time you're gonna get up. Rise and shine, friends. I know it's hard sometimes to pull yourself out. You pop out of bed, make that bed, take a picture of that bed, use our Scentsy Fresh to freshen up that bed. I promise you, your whole life will change. You know why? You already accomplished something for the day, didn't you? Right now, you got up, you didn't hit snooze, and you made your bed. I start my day off every day like that. They know I pop out of bed with a smile because I'm alive. We're alive. We have something to be thankful and grateful for every single day. Not everyone can say that. Okay, so make your bed. Okay, take one day at a time. Sometimes when life gets you, COVID, everything comes down. If you look at the big picture and everything you have to do and all these goals you have to accomplish, if you break it down in little tiny increments and take life one day at a time, it is so much better. And you're going to learn a lot more from that. Yes, indeed. Surround yourself with people like this. Positivity wins every single time in your life. You know, you've got friends that maybe are negative, but they need you as well. Shine your light. Keep shining bright, because sometimes when you don't have much of a light to shine, shining your light on someone else, changing their day, makes you have a better day. I know Heather, I look at her all the time because she's always this bright, shining light, and I love to listen to her talk because I know deep down inside, I know she has off days, but she would be the person that I could go to if I needed to. And suddenly I would feel like I was worth $1 million and I could do all things. These are the people that you need in your life. Honestly, Heather, I mean that 100%. If you look, I'm not reading comments, create and have in your life a dream board. We need to dream, guys. We need to think big. This is not just the walls we live in, these COVID walls, this world that's now opening. If you don't have a dream board, gosh darn it, get one. Put it on the front of your phone. Put it somewhere you can look at all times. You got one to show me, Callie? I know you do. Yes, yes. That dream board should be, so when you're feeling low, oh, she's sharing. Yes, yes, look at that. I love it. Thank you. But she can look at that at all times. That is her vision. So when she's down or she's dark or having a bad moment, she's like, I got to focus on these dreams. That can turn your mind around right then and there. You don't have a dream board, friends, create one. Maybe use the very front of your phone. Maybe it's something you see right there every single day. I had a friend that kept it right in her car because she drove her car a lot. And when the traffic was bad and she wanted to cuss at the world, she looked at her dream board and said, you know what? I am going to do this and take my kids to Walt Disney World. Couldn't believe the moment she did because she had a dream and she stayed focused. Don't forget, reward yourself. I know it doesn't sound like we don't do that a lot as women. We take care of our families and we take care of our team. Don't forget about you. Reward yourself. I always tell my team every payday, whether they can do a little something, get their nails done, take a friend to lunch, take their kids to a movie, always reward yourself, because in those times, always think about that prize or that extra thing you're going to be able to do when the times are low, and it'll keep you going every single day. This is a tough one. I know. I believe in you. We've kind of lost that belief along the way. And a lot of people don't believe in themselves. COVID's been a crazy couple of years. So I want you to believe in yourself, because I know all these women on here believe in you as well. But if there's only one person in this world, let it be me talking to you right now. I believe in you. You can do big things. You need to believe in yourself. That will help you 100%. If you guys want to fly, if you want to fly and soar in this company, fly and soar in your business, fly and soar in life and in greatness, you got to get rid of that stuff that's weighing you down. Those leeches, we talked about that early on, that are sucking the life out of you. Just give them up. I didn't say get rid of them. Shake your leg, shake that person that's hanging on your leg. Get rid of it, because they do, and they will weigh you down. We need to fly. We need to absolutely bless and release. We can do greater things without that. Just give it up. I'm not saying get rid of them, give it up. Become a priority in your life. I'm going to talk a little bit more about this when I get to my self-care section. But when you prioritize yourself, what does that look like? I bet right now you're like, how would I make myself a priority? You forget, right? Because we do that. We're moms and we're leaders and we're mentors. We forget about us. Don't forget about you. I promise you cannot pour from an empty cup. You've heard it a million times, but you do need to take that moment and feed and fill your heart and your soul. Does anybody here watch Grey's Anatomy or have seen Grey's Anatomy? Okay. This was one of my favorite parts of the show. You have, right? I believe in you, Debbie Berge. Grey's Anatomy had this part where when I'm feeling stressed out, Melissa can vouch for it, or I'm feeling a little fun and want to be a little crazy, dance it out. Callie's doing the dance. Turn on your favorite jam and dance. I promise you, 3 minutes of singing and dancing will totally change your mood, inspire you to greatness, or inspire you to motivate somebody. That would be a priority. Take that 3 minutes, pull out that song that makes you just go crazy. Rap it out, Gratz, rap it out. I heard that a couple of times. She's great at rapping, by the way. So take that dance and dance it out. If you've never seen that in Grey's Anatomy, Google that. They just dance like nobody's watching, but it releases energy and it releases the stress and makes you feel good. And that's what we're trying to get when we're really low and feeling stressed. Those really good pheromones that come with us. Next, I wanted to talk about your why. This is probably the most important thing, the inspiration, motivation, your why. Your why has to be so strong and so compelling, so convicting. It gets you out of bed every day. You need to think, what makes you do what you do? What makes you keep going? Is it your family? Is it to have your husband quit his job? Is it to put food on the table? Is it to buy your kid a new pair of shoes? Is it to fill your tank with gas? It doesn't matter what it is. You just need to find that why that is so convicting and so compelling. It makes you jump out of bed. It makes you jump out of your chair. Always go back to that why. When times are low and we're sad, go back to that why. Promise, promise, promise. This is a good one here. When I feel kind of stressed, I always will say this. Say I'll come back from my dad's house. We do a family business. I take care of my 82-year-old dad every day. And I feel stressed. I walk in the door and say, honey, we need to go for a walk. Call it crazy, but I take a walk and I look around and I'm so thankful for the trees and the flowers. Call it corny, but I take a minute to soak it all in, because it really releases all this stress. And I suddenly look at the world differently. I take pictures sometimes of pretty flowers, because you know what? I'm looking for beauty in this world. And suddenly I forget about all the stress I just had with him nagging at me at 82 years old. Love him though. I love him. And I let it go. Take a walk. Do you know walk's good for your heart? Walking is good for your heart. It's good for your bones. It's good for your mind. It's just as great as reading. It's so good mental. I'm trying to see my other notes here. It makes you feel sexy. Don't say anything. If you walk a brisk walk 30 minutes a day, I'm going to challenge you right now. This is a challenge. starting tomorrow and for the entire month of April, 30 minutes a day, walking brisk for 30 days. Hashtag, tag me in your stories, message me privately. I want you to get up and I want you to get moving. I guarantee you are going to feel better in 30 days. You're going to feel stronger. Your mind is going to be clear. The Wendy walk. Oh, Reagan, game on. Let's do it. 30 minutes, a brisk walk for 30 days. You have to do it. You have to do it. And then I need to know what you feel like after. I promise it's going to put your mind. And every day, the first couple times, you're going to be like, I really don't want to do this. Make yourself commit. I'm challenging you. Always feel better after a walk. This next one's kind of cute. You're looking at yourself, of course, because we're like on video, but look in the mirror right now. You ready? And tell yourself, everything's going to be all right. Look in the mirror and say, it's going to be all right. I'm always there for you. I want you to say it again. Look at yourself and say, everything is going to be all right. And I'm always there for you. Be there for yourself. There's no one who's going to hold your hand. No one who's always, you need to be the best version of you. You need to do you. You need to be you for you. So look yourself in the mirror and say, everything's going to be all right. And I am always there for you. It kind of changes your whole perspective. If you're convicted when you say it, you're going to feel the difference. I promise you that. You got a tough situation, guys. Here we go. You can look at the thing and say, why me? Oh my God, I got a flat tire. Why me? Okay. Not me. I don't do that. I say, try me. Try me. Come on, guys. Try me. It's kind of neat, but you learn to respond, like I was talking about earlier, instead of reacting. So when a tough times come at you, don't say, why me? Say, try me. I promise the situation will get better. You're going to have a different perspective of how you look at it, and you will come through it. I promise 100%. We were talking about when those teamies kind of get you down. So I'm going to try not to say this bad word. It's really hard not to. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm apologizing in advance. I'm going to say a bad word. Bloop. So when you have a teamie that's really negative, this is so important. You need to serve them the shit sandwich. Woo! I'm going to say poo-poo sandwich now. This is how it works. Your teammate calls up and she's like, nah, I don't have sales. I don't have PRE and this. Everybody got flash sale PWS orders. How come I didn't? Listen to it for a minute, but hear me out. That poo-poo sandwich sounds better. That bread on the top. You start off with all the fluffy and say, Sally, I see you doing your stories. I saw you sharing about the sale. I saw you going live in your VIP group. I saw you doing all the things, right? So you kind of address it positively. The bread is the positive part because I love bread. So you put that bread on top. In the middle, you give it to her. And that's the negativity. And you say, friend, you're not thinking with the right mind. I promise you, you can do better. Change your perspective. Maybe you need to send personal text messages, whatever it is. What do you think you can do? How you can resolve this problem? And then wrap it up with something clean, which is that bottom piece of bread. That would be the poo-poo sandwich. And then end on a positive note. If you lead your life like that, when you handle people, when you handle bad situations, the negativity is going to come. You need to respond the correct way. The poo-poo sandwich works every single time. That I promise you. Another thing that I love, and I hope you guys take this too, is before I go to bed, I was saying this early on, 3 good things that happen to me every day. I don't like to watch violence. I love Yellowstone, but I can't watch it before I go to bed. It's a little violent and a little rough, but dang, I love that show. Love those cowboys. But I can't watch anything rough because you know what happens? That is where you dream. That last images before Callie's shaking her head, before you go to bed. I have to watch something light like Friends or 2.5 Men, some light comedy to kind of shut down. I can't even watch the news. Again, it's negative. So don't do that before you go to bed. but I want you to grab your phone in the notes section or use your notepad and write down the 3 best things that happened to you that day. Oh, you mean closing my eyes before I go to sleep with 3 positive thoughts? Dream big, guys. Your dreams are going to be beautiful. It is so important to have that positivity before you go to bed. 3 things before you go to bed. I want you to do it tonight. I want you to start that, whether you look at it. But the first thing, when the alarm goes off and you don't hit snooze, you roll over and you read those 3 things. Why? You start your day with a positive mindset. There's no negativity. There's no bad there. You start the day the same way. And then you make your bed and you've completed a task and you feel all accomplished. So 3 things before you go to bed. Something I do first thing I wake up, because I can look through social media and compare myself to everybody's highlight reel and say, oh, that's a really cute. Oh, I wish my hair looked like that. Oh, gosh, she's so pretty. And do that comparison game. Don't. Look at those 3 things that happened the day before and plan for 3 good things at least to happen that following day. This is gonna be a hard one. Domestic abuse is never okay. Verbal abuse is never okay. And I'm gonna tell you right now, from my heart to yours, it's better to be from a broken home than to live in one. Save yourself, save your kids, save your family. I got strength. I left with nothing. But I had my family, my kids. So it is better to be from a broken home than to live in one. And I'm really feel strong with that. When life gets you down and you're like, oh, Wendy, this is impossible. Look at this word, it's impossible. Stop, tear it up, tell yourself, I'm possible. 100%, you are and you can. If you look at the word impossible, it tells you that you are possible. Retrain your mind to think that way as well. Oh, Melissa Gratz, you, my dear, are a glow stick. And it's okay to be a glow stick. You know why? Because a glow stick has to break before it can shine. It's okay to be a glow stick. I was going to run to the store and get one. I had no time today. But that glow stick, you got to break it before you shine, right? Be a glow stick. Right? It's okay. Sometimes we just got to break a little bit before we can shine. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Oh, the 3, I hope I'm giving you guys some great information. I'm just so excited. The greatest, most persistent blockages in your life and in your Scentsy business come from one thing. You. Stop it now. Get rid of the impossible. Say, I'm possible. Look at yourself, be there for yourself. There's no one else that's going to do it better than you and for you. I truly believe that. And my ending quote here tonight, guys, this is your life. It's showtime, friends. Life is not a dress rehearsal. It's not. The curtain is up and you are on. So get out there and give it your best shot. I love you from my heart. To all of you, I can't even thank you enough. In the presence of these women, I was so nervous today. I may have got sick a couple times in my stomach because I care so much about you and I look up to all of you. So I'm honored to be here, honored to be a part of this. And I hope I gave somebody some type of inspiration that will last throughout their lifetime. I love you guys. Oh, I love you, Julie Sue.
You are amazing. You are truly amazing. You guys, does she not seem like she was born to do that? Like born to do that. Wendy, you're better than some of the keynote speaker, the motivational people that Scentsy's hired for convention. My goodness. You got other, what am I trying to say? You guys, Callie, Heather, anybody
Yes,
want to say
thank you,
anything?
Wendy, so much. I like literally, I was, yes, like a lot of the things right along. Yeah, the friends, the dancing. I'm totally with you. Can't watch Yellowstone at night. Causes me massive anxiety. I have awful dreams. So it's just really what you think about, you bring about, right? And I think that's ultimately what you said. Like when you make priority for gratitude, you have gratitude in your heart, right? You have a joy for yourself. And just all of that tied together. There's just so many great, awesome nuggets. So thank you.
I hope we had some people on. I don't know when Orville and Heidi ever finished. Were they done?
We did. So
Awesome.
awesome. Well, anybody else? Is there any questions you guys want to drop in the chat for Miss Wendy? I've got Facebook over here. I've been kind of doing a few little things. If you have any questions, you can drop there. I think that, as it's starting to get warmer, like I know what some of the things we kind of all talked about is like getting up and moving and the difference that just makes in your positivity and your attitude. I love that, going out and taking those pictures. Like I have probably 10 billion pictures on my phone of little sceneries and things like that. I finally threw some away because it's just, the world is beautiful and we just have to appreciate and romanticize the life that we're living, because like, I love how you said, there's no, what was it? There's no audition like this. It's where the show is now. It's
No
on
dress
like,
rehearsal.
Life is not a
rehearsal,
dress
thank you.
rehearsal. This is
Yeah, no
it. The
dress
curtain's
rehearsal.
up.
Yep. This is the one we got. We got to live it.
And I love so much, Wendy. Of course, you know how much I love you, but you guys, seriously, I hope you took from this that Wendy chooses happiness.
Choose joy.
It's a choice. You can choose to be miserable or you can choose to be happy. We choose if we're successful. You write your own paycheck. Whether you share this opportunity with others or not is completely up to you. If you aren't sponsoring people, if your team is not as big as you want it to be, it's because you've chosen not to share it with enough people. You also can choose to make a difference. What kind of a difference do you want to make? Do you want to attract the negative, all the bad things that are going wrong? And this world can be a horrible, horrible place. Like this world can be a horrible, terrible place, or it can be quite the opposite. You can make this a great place. You can, for your children, like, are your children stressed out about what's happening because of all the things that you're talking about? And you always have the news on and it's scary. Are your children scared to death? Or are you helping them to see that there's always going to be good? So it is a choice. And I hope that you guys all choose to do what you want with your life.
And be happy.
And be happy.
That's right. Thanks again, guys. I truly love this evening, and I can't say enough how much I look up to each and every one of you. You guys are great people, and we are honored in the Scentsy community to have you do this every week and to share your love and to share your knowledge in Scentsy. We are blessed by you. Thank you for what you guys do. You make my life a better place. I appreciate you.
Thanks, Wendy, for being here. You are just a ball of just positive energy that is contagious. And as you were speaking tonight, I kept thinking about, have y'all heard of that book or the saying, The Dash, right? It really, I don't know if all of y'all have heard of it, but it is, I'll read it really quick.
Yeah, I need to hear this.
It says, I read of a man who stood to speak at the funeral of a friend. He referred to the dates on the tombstone from the beginning to the end. He noted that first came the date of birth and spoke of the following date with tears. But he said what mattered most of all was the dash between those years. For that dash represents all the time that they spent alive on earth, and now only those who loved them know what that little line is worth. For it matters not how much we own, the cars, the house, the cash. What matters is how we live and love and how we spend our dash. And so it's a great reminder for everyone. Live your dash. Choose wisely who you surround yourself with. If you are unhappy or have a hard time doing something great or loving yourself, go do something kind for someone else first. It will immediately make you feel better by serving others. Carve out that time, like Wendy is saying, on that walk, pick up a book, read the Bible, whatever your strength is that you need to find to read and listen, dedicate that 15 minutes to. You have to have your mindset in the right place to be able to give to your family, give to your business, give to others. If your mind is not right, you're not going to be getting anywhere. So you've got to take care of yourself first, exactly how Wendy said tonight.
That was
so
beautiful.
I just thank you so much, Wendy, for being on here and opening up. I see a lot of people wiping tears. You just kind of touch some people, hit some soft spots, hit some real spots. We have a lot of fun in this business a lot of times, but there's a lot of serious moments too that a lot of people don't see. And it's okay to be vulnerable, to be surrounded by the right people that are here when you need them to be here, right? And they're still standing in the same spot that they were a year ago, right? It's those people that really, really make a difference. And what they say, they mean, right? And so you're in that safe spot. You are with people that do love and care about you. And it may be a surface level right now because we don't really know each other to the personal level that I know some of these other ladies, but we genuinely do care about each and every single one of you. And we want the best for all of you. And when you hurt, we hurt. You know, I'm one of those people, when I see somebody cry, I start crying and I don't even know what's happened. They could be crying that they got onions in their burger or something and I'm crying. But when I see people cry, I cry. I can't help it. I get emotional. I mean, it's just part of life. So thank you, Wendy, so much. Melissa, do you want to say something also?
I just wanted to say thank you again. Thank you for sharing with our community that we love so much here on Shift. And you know, it's always a blessing when we can share each other with each other. So thank you. And I say, let's end this end of month tonight and say, I hope that you hit at least one of your goals this month. We have an exciting new segment of Brick by Brick starting tomorrow, which I am going to tell you, I'm going to act like I know anything and I don't, but I'm going to tell you that every single person has the ability to earn the next segment of Brick by Brick. I just feel it. I know it without knowing it. And so I want you to end this month having checked off at least one of the things that you wanted to accomplish, and know that tomorrow we go into a new incentive segment, a new month of possibility, and we're going to be Wendy walking.
I'm so inspired by that. I have 30 days, 30 minutes a day.
Wendy walking.
Let's do it.
I can't wait to see how many people hashtag Wendy walk. That is going to be phenomenal. So you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you so, so much, and happy end of March and beginning of April tomorrow.
And I think April is going to be the most amazing. Wait till you watch that live that Dan and Lacey put out.
You must
guys
watch
are
it.
Going to die. It's incredible. You thought March was good? Wait till you see what's coming in April.